How's it going, guys? Shape here, and welcome to the channel. This video is going to go over the most consistent gold farms I have found in the Shadowlands pre-patch. Most of these farms I have covered in the past, and they have either become better to do because of the recent multi-boxing fiasco with Blizzard, or they have just become more relevant again. Gold making has been a little weird in the pre-patch, with a lot of methods being broken for a few days before Blizzard hotfixes them, or just random items needed to level profession changes because of the level squish as well, so I wanted to give you guys some consistent gold farms and make sure you are taking advantage of them in the pre-patch. All of these farms are going to have sales rates of 0.2 and some even above 0.4, so they aren't just paper value, they actually sell and sell quickly. There might be some other farms that you will get more gold per hour right now, but if you want consistent gold, then look no further than the farms I am about to go over. I am going to cover the solo and group farms for these and show you what you can expect if you do this by yourself or in a group. Just keep in mind that these are based off my server and region prices, so always check your auction house to make sure that this is the same case for you. The first farm I wanted to go over is going to take us out to the Shadowmoon Valley and Outlands. This farm can be done in either solo or a 5-man group. Druids, as always, will probably be the most efficient class to stack if you're doing the 5-man group. Obviously, if you can get a 5-man group together, this will be more gold per hour than solo, but if it isn't an option, it is still a good solo farm. For the solo spot, you will go between the Sanctum of Stars and Dragonmaw's Fortress. Here you're going to be looking for enraged air spirits and collecting motes of air from them. Just follow this loop around the area for an hour's worth of your time and you should be between 20 to 30 primal airs. On my server, the primal airs are going for 750 gold each right now, so that's a little over 22,000 gold on the high end. The region average is 500 gold, so that is still very good gold per hour for a solo farm. If you had a group for this, you could increase your primal airs per hour up to 40 to 50, increasing the gold per hour even more. On my server, that would be a little under 40,000 gold on the high end and 25,000 gold region value. The location for the group farm will switch up a little bit, and you want to keep your group in this area of the Shadowmoon Valley. The group farm will be like any other group farm, and you want to spread your group out to these markers and kill all of the enraged air spirits as they spawn for 2 minutes. Once that time is up, go and loot, then rinse and repeat. Out of all the primals, the airs is the highest selling, but the lowest sales rate at 0.2, which isn't bad, but keep that in mind and don't farm hundreds and hundreds of these and expect to sell them overnight. Since they are tied to transmog items, you will see times where they do sell overnight when the crafter is restocking versus times where it will take a few days if their item hasn't sold yet. The next two farms I wanted to go over are going to be items needed for the Vial of the Sands mount. If you guys have been following the channel, you will know I talk about these items all the time and is one of my favorite farms. If you are new to the channel, then I have a treat for you. For these farms, you should also invest in Bear Tartar and Potions of Treasure Finding, as this will increase the efficiency of the farms. First, I'm going to talk about the Volatile Fire farm. Depending on if you are doing this farm solo or in a group of 5, it will determine where you want to head out to. The solo spot is going to be here in Mount Hyjal, and you are going to go to this location to kill the Flame Ascendants. These mobs are in a pretty small area of the map and have a very fast respawn timer. They have a chance to drop up to 3 volatiles per mob. After you do one loop, they should already be respawned to start the loop over. I highly recommend a druid to do this farm because you will be mounting and unmounting a lot in here, and the instant flight form from a druid is very crucial in increasing the amount of mobs you can kill in 1 hour. If you don't have a druid to do this, then no worries, you can still do it on every character, but you might not be able to hit the same hourly results. I suggest you create a target macro as well for these, as it will speed things up. A simple /tar flame ascendant /cast moonfire will be sufficient enough. Per hour you will be getting a little over 300 volatile fires. I actually almost had 400 on one attempt out here, so it really depends on how many you're dropping to determine this number. Out of 10 runs doing this, I averaged 340 volatile fires per hour. At 23 gold a piece on my server, you are looking at a little under 8,000 gold per hour with this farm. I believe this is one of the better volatile farms to be doing right now because the Volatile Fires have the highest sales rate out of any of the other volatiles and is the second most expensive. Now if you do this in a group of 5 to farm the Volatile Fires, then you want to instead head out to the Twilight Highlands. You want to spread your group around these markers and kill all of the unbound Ember Fiends in your respected area. After 2 minutes of killing, just go and loot all the different mark spots and then rinse and repeat. On average of doing this in a group farm, you will get around 1,000 Volatile Fires in an hour. Keeping the 23 gold per hour, that will be 23,000 gold just with the Volatile Fires. You will also pick up a bunch of other items with the Potion of Treasure Finding to increase your gold per hour even more. That is a pretty large difference in gold per hour with the solo versus the group farm, so if you can, definitely do this in a group farm. This was a highly multi-boxed area, so this could be even better in value as we see multi-boxer stock on the auction house fade away. The third farm I wanted to talk about is going to be the Volatile Water farm, which is one of my all-time favorites. This is another you can solo or do in a group. Make sure to have the Potion of Treasure Finding as well as Bear Tartar if you are going to do the group farm. This time we will be in the same area though, so if there are others doing this farm, I would suggest you just grouping up with them for the best results. I would again suggest if you have a druid, then use that here because you're going to be doing a lot of mounting and unmounting and you just can't beat the instant flight form that druid has to offer. Instead of using the /tar flame ascendant, just change that over to muddied water elemental and the macro should still work great on these mobs. This is probably the most competitive farm of the volatiles at the moment on most servers. I have tried it on, but like I said, don't let that bother you as much because it can actually help you out in a certain extent. After an hour of farming the Volatile Waters, you will have around 300. Out of 10 runs doing this, I averaged 310 Volatile Waters per hour. Currently the Volatile Waters are selling for 25 to 30 gold per item, so for an hour's worth of farming you will be looking at a profit of 10,000 gold per hour on the high end. Now if you do this farm in a group, then it is definitely going to increase your gold per hour here. Here are the markers you will want to place your group members in. Same thing as the previous group farms, do your 2 minutes of killing, then loot, and then rinse and repeat. After an hour of group farming, you will have around 950 or so Volatile Waters and many other items from the Potion of Treasure Finding. For the Volatile Waters at 25 to 30 gold per, that would be just a little under 29,000 gold per hour. Again, a huge difference in the solo versus group farming, so just keep that in mind when looking into this farm. The last farm I wanted to cover today is going to take us back out to Outlands. You are going to want to head over to Hellfire Peninsula and to the Throne of Kil'jaeden. Here you will want to target the incandescent Fellsparks. For the solo farm, just go around in this loop and kill those mobs which drop motes of fire. After an hour's worth of farming, you should have enough motes of fire for 20 or so Primal Fires. These are currently going for a little over 500 gold on my server, which means that is 10,000 gold per hour. Like most of the farms we covered already, the group farm version is a good amount of gold per hour better. You're going to want to stay in the Throne of Kil'jaeden, but instead spread your group out to these markers. Do the 2 minutes of killing, then go and loot. Rinse and repeat this process, and after an hour you should have around 80 Primal Fires. That would be 40,000 gold per hour, assuming the 500 gold per item sales price. Huge difference again in the solo versus group farm. Well, there you have it guys, the most consistent farms I have found in the pre-patch so far. I hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe and drop a like if you enjoyed the video to show some love for the channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.